Let's consider the polynomial function f of x equals x squared minus 2x plus 5. And g of x is the function we actually looked at last time. This was the one where as x got really close to 2, the numerator got really close to 0 and the denominator got really close to 0. But the ratio of the numerator to the denominator was, well, approached an actual number. Do you remember what the value of that limit was? What did we say last time? Of the limit of 3x minus 6 over the square root of 4x minus 4 minus 2 was, as x approaches 2? I believe we found it was equal to, was it 3 or was it 3 halves? Was it 3? So we found that last time. Based on the graph that we looked at, it looked like the y value was getting really, really close to 3 when x got really, really close to 2. So we're going to take this as the limit. We'll see algebraically a few examples down exactly how to do this without having to resort to the technology. But if we were going to try to find the limit of f of g of x as x approaches 2, one approach might be to try to simplify the expression f of g of x. And that would be kind of a pain. We'd have to take this expression and put it in there, and then put it in there, and then simplify all that. And even when we do simplify all that, I don't think it would be at all obvious what the value of that limit ought to be. But if we know that the limit of g of x as x approaches 2 actually exists and equals 3, we can apply this theorem and say this is basically, because f is a continuous function, it's a polynomial, so it's a really well-behaved function, continuous function. We can pass that function f through the limit and say this is f of the limit of g of x as x approaches 2. And so it's f of 3 which is 3 squared minus 2 times 3 plus 5. 9 minus 6 plus 5, 3 plus 5, and it equals 8. So x gets really close to 2, and this rough-looking expression here gets really close to 3 in the process. But all the while, we're taking the function f and evaluating it at whatever g of x gives us. So if the values that g of x is giving us are getting really close to 3, then what f is doing is turning those numbers into numbers that are really, really close to 8.